So yeah, anyways, welcome to the stream, and we are going to be doing Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 again. Specifically Mega Man 9, which might actually be my favourite game. Been looking forward to this one. Let me just make sure that everything's good to go. I need to switch windows. Right, there we go. So I'm just going to be playing this game tonight. I started the stream like a couple hours late, so I'll just play Mega Man 9, but to make up for it, kind of, I'll do some challenges afterwards. So it's not just going to be this game, there's also going to be a little bit extra at the end. 2008, yeah, so it is nearly a decade since this game came out. Hard to believe that it took them this long to bring it to Steam. Anyways, I'm going to idle at the title screen just so we can see the little introduction, because for some reason this version just skips the introduction. But if you idle, it just goes back to the introduction. Dr. Wily, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I don't remember the voice I gave him. Dr. Willy. It is the year 20XX and the world breathes a collective sigh of relief. Now that Mega Man has once again put an end to Dr. Willy's plans for world domination. But then... Hi, Mick. Robots started going wild all over the world. This could be Dr. Wily. Up to his old tricks. Also, that is a really loud blast sound effect compared to the music. Dr. Light's laboratory. Mega Man, Dr. Light, it's your robots. Also, there's a little Easter egg there. Dr. Light, you're right, those are the robots I created, my Mega Man. Dr. Wily, ladies and gentlemen, this is not my doing. These robots are Dr. Light's creations, and this proves that he had evil intentions he had evil designs on the world all this time. Dr. Light, it's time I turn to my efforts to world domination. Why don't you join me, Dr. Wily? Dr. Wily? I can't join you. I've changed my evil ways. After 8 games. You need to stop this nonsense. Swiss Bank. I, Dr. Wily, have created my own robots to stop Dr. Light, but only your donations can help me complete them. Please, fill out my Patreon. Sign to my Patreon or whatever. Once my robots are finished, they will save the world. Roll. We got another call. The phone is ringing. Mega Man, Mega Man. It's ringing off the hook. What's that thing? Eddie? The thing in the middle? People keep calling Dr. Light to complain. What should we do? You don't hear any music? Oh fuck. Hang on. Are you sure you don't hear any music? For starters, I'm gonna do something about those robots. I'm gonna turn that on in just a second. Sorry about that. Thanks, Mega Man. Be careful out there. You haven't done this in a while. I don't know who was saying that there. I didn't catch that. I can hear the music. I don't know why. Hold on a minute. Why is the stream not catching the audio? That's weird. Is it possible that me updating the fucking Windows actually messed up the sound settings? Because I had to update Windows just before I started the stream. God fucking damn it. Yeah, I think the Windows update might have borked up the sound, so this is going to take a few seconds to sort it out. So should I start that again, or should we just like, should I do all the voices again, or do you not want to listen to them? Because I don't think you want to listen to them. Oh, right, okay, that's right. I forgot if you go to the settings, it just does this. Back. Dr. Wily. Anyways, welcome to Mega Man 9 eventually, and let's start. So yeah, I fell in love with this game when it first came out on the Wii way back in 2008. And I think it'll probably still hold up as one of the best games, like, not just because it's going back to the roots, because it's like sort of doing the 8-bit thing, but it actually is really well designed. So let me try to remember. I think I always start with Concrete Man, so we'll do that first. He's kind of this game's Guts Man, because he's got like that big chin thing. Like the scoop chin. The chin that scoops. Right, so how's everyone doing tonight? You all doing good? Been up to much? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right, I forgot that comes out if you just jump for it. And then you go death 1. I'm not going to do a death count, but if anyone wants to keep track, feel free. Like, you don't have to. Hi Moo. But yeah, like Mega Man's 1 through 6, the music in this game is fantastic. Well, I don't know about 4 to 6, I don't remember those as much, but most of the NES Mega Man games have very spot-on music. There's a little... not really a reference, but kind of a minor callback to Lick Man's like first screen. Also, sadly, you can't do the whatchamacallit, you can't do the slide. Like, I'm trying, it doesn't work. You can't even do the Charge Buster. Well, I would say that's the one thing against, like, that's the one problem with this game. But I think there's like a separate character you can play as that does both. Damn it. There we go. Oh yeah, I remember this part. And I knew that was going to happen, I just didn't press it quick enough. So I remember the very first time playing this game, and I think the first Robot Master, or one of the first that I did. In fact, I think I might have the original recording still. Like, I don't think I streamed it, but I did record the entire playthrough. Just because I kind of wanted to catalogue, like, my first time playing the game. And one of the first Robot Masters I played against was... damn it. Yeah, I'm not as good as I used to be at this. What was it? B-Man or something like that? Wasp Man? Hive Man? Something along those lines. Probably Hive Man. And I remember there was this one part, there was an E-Tank that you could like go up to, but it was like on a high up platform and there was like spikes above it. But you have to go like around and then back so that you can... So I was not concentrating now. Right, so I guess we'll try that again then. So you have to go around and then up above, and then it's kind of hard to describe, but you have to go around to sort of get to it and then grab the E-Tank. But being the idiot that I was, I thought, I'll just use the rush coil and bounce up there. But if you bounce up there, you bang into the spikes that are just like plainly in sight, but I didn't realise the spikes were that low when I did that. But looking back at the footage now, it looks so stupid. Yeah, Proto Man is in this game as a playable character. Originally he was DLC, but thankfully this version of the game has all of the DLC content. So I might actually show you some of it, like, there's Proto Man, but there's also like an extra bonus level or something you can play, like an exclusive level. So I might show you that, and then I can show you some challenges from Legacy Collection afterwards. I don't think I'll do the Proto Man mode, but I might actually get like quickly show you what it looks like if you want to see it. There we go. Also, a really subtle thing here, like, it teaches you what happens, but if you look really closely at the 5 platforms there, the 5 squares, you can tell which is the odd one out. And if you walk over it, you just fall right through. But it's nice that it teaches you in case you didn't notice that. And then, once you know that happens, then you'll be ready for the next part. Do they have the rush coil? A minute, what button? Oh, right, okay. Hang on a second. Every fucking game has the weapon select thing on the wrong button. I prefer to have it on the start button. Actually, can we use the LNR in this game, or is that Mega Man 10? Because I don't think it seems to be working. Also, this game continues the whole collect the bolts to buy shit, which is probably for the best because I kind of like that idea. Yeah, that one kind of seems a bit hard to avoid. How many lives have I got? 3. This part's fun. I think this gimmick comes back later, but it's mostly for this level. Also, if you didn't catch the story at the start there, Dr. Light gets framed for the robots that are going on the rampage. So, at the end of every level, instead of Dr. W, you see Dr. L, so that's kind of a nice touch. So remember this boss being relatively easy to get into a pattern with the Buster. So let's see if I still have it. Nice. I did get hit there, but that was a mostly good fight. Eco Fighter challenge completed. Also, this game introduced in-game achievements, I remember. How did the emulation for Mega Man 7 in the Legacy Collection go? I think it runs better than the SNES version. I don't know if you remember the SNES version, but say for example you die, and the screen fades to black, and then you have to wait like maybe a second, 2 seconds for it to go back to the last checkpoint. It actually gets rid of that black like downtime immediately, so as soon as it fades to black it just fades back into the gameplay, so that's pretty cool. And I think the music in general like loads faster. Like if you play the SNES version, you'll notice like there's a very minor hiccup when it loads the boss music. I think that's gone also. So it seems pretty faithful, but they've also gotten rid of those just little tiny moments that just like add up. So pretty good emulation, I would say. I think Eco Fighter is just for beating the Robot Master without any weapons. Roll. Roll. Mega Man, Mega Man! The police have taken Dr. Light away! Dr. Light would have never tried to take over the world. This is definitely Willie's doing. And then he is put in captivity by another robot, a robot policeman. Without a doubt, don't worry, I'll clear Dr. Light's name. Yeah, I just did Concrete Man stage, so we've still got another 7. I guess this is the shop, we'll check that out later. Also, for the first time ever, we have a female Robot Master Splash Woman. I always save that one for last. Not just because I want to, but also because it works with the boss pattern, like the weakness chain. So let me try to remember what's next. I think it's... hang on, let me think. I do believe Galaxy Man is next. Super Mario Galaxy Man. And his long lost brother Super Mario Odyssey Man. Love the song in this one. Also, if you remember me playing Mega Maker, there was a specific gimmick that you could put in levels that actually came from this stage. You'll see said gimmick in a minute. Galaxy Man is best man. Yeah, he's much better than Astro Man. How did that happen? I can't take it anymore. Yep, there's the gimmick, the warp portal things. Jesus Christ, that sound effect was quite loud there. But yeah, again, I like... Sequelitis sort of talked about this, like how it gives you like gimmicks but in a controlled environment before it actually puts you like... before it takes the training wheels off and you actually do it for real. So now we know what's going to happen, so we're prepared for it. But you can also avoid it entirely if you're careful. Yep. I think I'm still reeling a bit from last night's South Park playthrough, like the final hour of that game was insane. Not to mention, I'm still reeling a bit from Mega Man 8's voice acting. Like, everyone talks about, myself included, the part of Dr. Light and his really bad like in voice acting and him pronouncing things like Wowie. But I completely forgot about the cutscenes that followed, and Jesus Christ, the amount of time that Mega Man screams on the screen for a while. It's like, what, 15-20 seconds? Where it's just like, ah, non-stop, like, it was super fucking annoying. Like, you'd think you could have maybe trimmed that down a little bit, Capcom, just edited that, about 10 seconds of that off. I don't remember if any of the cutscenes in that game do that, but this is something about... Do you know what I hate about anime dubs? In particular, 4Kids do this, but I think like maybe even Funimation do it to some degree. It's like in animation dubs, say for example, a character sees something and they open their mouth wide open and oh, it's what's going on. Like, just because your mouth is open doesn't mean you're actually making a noise, you're just kind of like, your jaw drops. But in the dub, they always make them go, oh, when their mouth is open, and it's really fucking annoying. Like, Pokemon does that, like the old Pokemon episodes. A lot of 4Kids shows did that. Like, every time they see the mouth open, they always have to feel to get the voice actors to go, okay, now say, oh. Ah. Oh fuck. Oh shit. I should have known that was a trap. I should have known, and yet I walked right into it anyway. Ah, damn it. Yeah, sorry about the messages looking a little bit sporadic there. Like, the way the letters are just spread out, I wish I could fix that. See, yesterday I tried to unlink the YouTube account and relink it to the program to see if that would fix it. And I think for like a little while it looked like it worked, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was affecting the people that came in, and then later on somebody else came in and said something. I'm just baffled more than anything as to why the chat is doing that. Yep. Oops. I think I know roughly where that appeared, so I could maybe avoid that. There we go. Yep, shooting to the beat. I like doing that. Aw, you dick. You saucer-shaped dick. Oh, I don't remember what that is. I think that might be if you kill a certain number of enemies, you get that. I was going to say the in-game achievements popping up. I was going to say it would take you out of the experience, but I don't think it's so much that. It's just a little bit jarring because you don't expect it in a Mega Man game. But it is a nice little... It's a nice little addition, I guess. I never, as much as I loved Mega Man 9, I don't think I ever did get all the achievements in that game. Like, because there was some really dickish, like, I think one of them was to beat the game, like, less than 30 minutes, and I was like, nope. It was something like that, but I never really bothered with it. I like how the mini saucers have the exact same saucer sound effect as Wily's saucer. One achievement is to beat the game without missing a single shot. That might actually be the one that I couldn't beat. Gonna grab that. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I was going to try to hug the wall there. I didn't think there was a gap. But yeah, this game is really well designed, and it's a nice, like, return to form after Mega Man 8. Mega Man! I swear I'm gonna be fucking constantly doing Wily, Dr. Light voice with the Dr. Wily thing for a while now because of that game. And I was doing it before the game because I knew I wanted to play this collection of games which included that. I was kind of building up to it, and now we've kind of hit the peak because we've seen it all. Oh. So even though it's not in this collection, I do intend to play Mega Man in Bass. Or Mega Man in Bass, sorry. I know it's meant to be Bass, but I just love saying Bass unironically. Or ironically, whatever one it is. It's just fun to me to call him Bass. Like, 'cause I've always called them Bass, it's not like I just do it just because to annoy people. It's just kind of what I've been used to calling them. So I choose to continue calling them Bass. Yeah, that's his weakness. Fuck. There we go. Yeah, I remember that as well. Eat Galaxy Man like a Galaxy chocolate bar. Yeah, people might not know that. A Galaxy is a chocolate bar brand in the UK. Not as good as Dairy Milk, but it's still nice. So I'm more of a Dairy Milk person. You got the Black Hole Bomb. That's weird, when you press the start button it just goes downwards. I think Joe Man is next. Don't tell me the order. I kinda like to see if I can guess the right order and figure out the weaknesses again. I'm more experienced with Mega Man 9 than most of the games, so I probably do remember most of the weaknesses, if not all. How much is Legacy Collection 2? It's not that expensive, I think it's like £15 on the Steam shop. Or $20, somewhere about that. And it's about that price as well for the PS4 and Xbox One store. Of course I'm playing the Steam version, so... Once again, fantastic music. Also, this level has a really cool, like, physics-based gimmick. I think it's coming up, actually. So here we go. Yeah, this is the physics-based gimmick. So in this one, you have to literally use your weight to sort of influence the direction of the platform. Which is it's a simple idea, but it's really neat to see in action. I guess the NES can't do something like this. Nice. See, this is where the sliding would come in handy, to avoid those last minute boulder falls. Shit. Last chance. Fuck. I got greedy there. I don't remember. Unfortunately, you got all the way back, like, from that mini-boss room. So if you die in the mini-boss, you have to go back to the start, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad. Not too bad for me, because I'm a bit more experienced with the game, but I guess it's bad for first-time players. Like, they don't put a checkpoint where the mini-boss is and not after it. I mean, they could have done both. Damn it. Yeah, they put a whole bunch of spikes there, so you have to time landing in that ledge. I knew I was going to die there at least once. Like, you go in too early, you die. You go in too late, you die. You die, 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 die. How many lives have I got left? I'm gonna have to do the entire thing in one go. Yeah, putting those spikes there is a little bit cheap. There we go. So you need to avoid the boulders and then time the jump so you don't get shaken by this, and then you get those hits in. Fuck. I didn't see his face there. I think I got this. There we go. It doesn't matter because if I get a game over, I'm gonna have to do that again. So let's make sure we don't. So while there isn't as much content like in terms of the games on this collection, I actually think I like this collection better, just because it's got 9 and 10 on it. Because those games really are... ah, fuck. They really are that good. I tried to edge along there so I didn't hit the ceiling. I'm okay with difficulty in this game though. Like, it's hard, but it's not like Mega Man 1 hard. But it's still a good challenge. It's one of the few Mega Man games, despite like moments like that spiked wall, where I feel that actually is... like, it's hard, but it feels more fair. It's more of a case that if you die, it's mostly your fault, kind of thing. Oh, hi Kroggy, how are you doing? You haven't missed much, I've only done 2 Robot Masters so far. The Concrete Man and Galaxy Man. So yeah, for people who were expecting me to play Miitopia tonight, I'm not feeling in the mood for it. Plus I started the stream late tonight and I wanted to do Mega Man 9 like I said the last time, so I figured I'd just do this tonight and then maybe Miitopia tomorrow. If I stream tomorrow. When I say tomorrow, but I just mean like when I next stream. Because it's not every day, but it's most days. I got a few good hits in there. Oh, right, okay. I thought his face appeared randomly, but you actually get to see where he's going before he starts the attack. Yeah, I didn't realise that before. Like, I'm fairly familiar with this game in general, like, even though I've not played it in years. Like, 'cause I've played through it like at least 3 different times. And I didn't actually realise that. Oh, I don't like those guys. Fuck. Of course, when I do finish this collection, I'll be doing Mega Man and Bass to sort of round it off. Because I kind of feel that should have been in the collection to begin with. Oh, by the way, Kroggy, I tested the thing that you linked me to, the ROM for it. It works fine. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at them spikes. Fuck! Guess you could just walk off that? So how are you doing? DJ? Well, I don't know if you're still up or if you've fallen asleep. For people who don't know, I've mentioned this before, but he had to get his appendix removed because I'm not sure why. Actually, I don't think he elaborated, but he had to get it removed fairly recently. And he actually had to go back to the hospital tonight because he had an infection because of the surgery, which is unfortunate, so he's back in the hospital again tonight. But he's doing fine. It's going to be a little bit shite. There we go. Like, that seems more like a thing you would see in Wily's Castle, that part with the spikes there. I don't know if I'll replay the game as Proto Man and Bass, but I do intend to show the bonus stage that you unlock with it, that came with the DLC. There we go. Some of these fucking rooms in this stage. Yeah, I forgot there was rooms like that in this level whatsoever. Oh. I think he'll be fine though. He's just gonna get it treated and hopefully it starts to heal up because he's been. I think he had the surgery about a week ago, so he's been going through a bit of a painful recovery process, which is unfortunate. But I think he'll be fine. I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna lose this life so that I can start with full health. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the weakness, because the black hole sucks up the gem shield. Also, there's an exploit to getting multiple hits on him. Whenever you jump, he jumps. So, with that in mind, you can get multiple hits in with that shield, the black hole. If you time it just right. Damn it. Yeah, I could have done better there. I can do it for the refight. Is it just me or the sound effects a little bit loud? Like compared to the music? Not all the sound effects, but some of them seem to sort of stick out a little bit more in this game. Got a new weapon. See, this is like what I like about Mega Man, when you get a new weapon and it shows you what it does, so that you don't have to experiment. Right, so let me think for a second, don't tell me the next one. I'm probably wrong, but I'm gonna go for this guy. Plug Man. So yeah, again, don't tell me the weaknesses or the orders, I'm going to figure that out myself. Hi Sean Keenan. Ah crap. Yeah, I can't get that unless I have the Hive Man weapon, I think. Is it Hive Man? I forgot his name. The guy with it fires bees. I don't remember the last time I played this. It might have been 2011, 2012, around that time. Up. Here we go, the return of the blocks. Hornet Man, that's his name. Just observing there. Oh, you dick. Yeah, fucking deny me, will you? I mean, that was down to my last life anyway, so whatever. But yeah, I remember the Hornet Man, like, you can shoot the bees and they can retrieve items that are, like, out of reach. So I can only grab that by using that. Take it you can go around the bottom of that as well, but I'm fine with just going above it. Okay, you can't. I thought you could make him. I thought you could make Rush Coil stand on the spikes. Oh, hang on a second. Once again, I forgot to turn off Windows notifications. Yeah, I'm streaming from a PC. I'm playing on Steam. There we go. So this level is just basically Dwoop blocks the game. Like, Dwoop blocks the level. Oh fuck. Yeah, parts like that are a little bit scary because you don't get to observe the blocks that far ahead of you. I don't have Rush Jet yet, so I can't, like, bypass all this shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk that, or should I? Let me see the blocks. I think I can barely make that. Or, we can cheese it. Cheese! Oh, that's right, they duplicate you. Are you using OBS? Yes, I'm using OBS 19. I think 20 came out today, but I haven't updated it yet. Ironically, it wasn't OBS. It wasn't updating OBS that fucked up the audio tonight, like, because I had audio problems earlier. It was updating Windows 10 that fucked it up, but it was easily fixable. It just resetted one of the settings. What am I using for the on-screen thing? Restream. I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time using Restream, which is a multi-streaming service. And they've also got like a program called Restream Chat, which displays the chat from all like the different ones that you're connected to. So it's pretty useful so that I can see what's going on both sides. You mostly see YouTube stuff because YouTube's much better at like YouTube is very good at making your streams more discoverable by people, whereas Twitch, it's not. Or I could just stand here. Just let them go by. Time for Plugman. Insert obvious jokes here. quick draw P. Oh, picked up a gear. I think that's a plot crucial item, so we should see some cutscenes. Thankfully without voice acting, but don't worry, you've got me to do that job. Get a clocky you. So the quick draw achievement is like for beating the Robot Master really quickly. So quick draw P is for beating Plugman. I think it's like in less than 30 seconds, I think that's what it is. Or less than 10 seconds. Something like that. Here we go, story time. Also, I figured out something. I figured out something from the product code that on that piece of scrap Mega Man picked up. That robot's period of use has expired and it's scheduled to be scrapped. Mega Man! I feel bad for those robots and their expiration dates decided by law. They were supposed to be scrapped? Why are they going crazy? There you go, a little piece of the puzzle there. Right, so let me think. I do believe it's Tornado Man. This is possibly, arguably, the best song in the game. It's a pretty good tune. I will say though, this level's got a... It's kind of a cool looking gimmick, like this part here. But it's also a little bit annoying. It doesn't seem annoying now, but it will get annoying very quickly. You've got to time that so that you drop down. Like, you have to jump when it's upside down to drop down. I only did that there because I thought I was going to hit those spikes. I panicked. I'm just going to check something. Isn't there legacy mode? Oops. I think that gets rid of the sprite flickering. Like, it tries to emulate sprite flickering, which is kind of a nice detail, but I think I would prefer to turn that off. Or, I don't know if legacy mode is turning it off or turning it on. Look at that, it's hanging on by a toe. Damn. Yeah, the deflating noise is quite good. So it's a pretty good 8-bit sound effect. Could probably bypass part of this, but just do that. There we go. Shame that Mega Man 9 you can't use the L and R buttons to kind of like switch between weapons. But Mega Man 10, I know for a fact, actually does add that feature in. Damn it. Got to wait for the right cycle there. One more. There we go. That part is quite difficult, and I think there's like one more part like that before the boss. So hopefully when we get to the boss we don't get a game over. Thankfully, I don't think that gimmick repeats itself when you get to Wily's castle. I think that's like, it only happens in this level. Fuck. The gimmick reminds you of the Gutsman list. Yeah, it's kind of like that, just a bit more annoying. So what's this guy called? I know the green one is Sniper Joe, but this is a different one. Shotgun Joe? Automatic Rifle Joe? NoobTube Joe? That's a good one, NoobTube Joe, that's a good name. Although it's technically not noob-tubing, but we could just say that he is. Oh yeah, there's a platform in that cloud, isn't there? Yep, I forgot about that. Phaser Joe. What is his name? Does anybody know? Because I think that might be the first time since Mega Man 1 since we've seen a new variety of Joe. Unless there's one like between 1 and 6 that I don't know of. I'm not counting the one that, like, pilots big machines, I'm talking about just, like, the ones that are just standing there with a gun. There we go. Machine Gun Joe. Oh yeah, you think the wind blowing against you is annoying enough? Let's put this gimmick back in at the same time. I think I remember the E-Tank that's coming up. There's also an extra life. Oh, don't knock me off. Fuck. Yeah, that was a bit of a trap. Not exactly a trap, you can get out of that, it's just a little bit hard to. Do extra lives respawn? Or are they gone forever? Because if I can get back to that extra life, I could just keep grabbing that and I won't lose lives. Just got to wait for the right moment. There we go. Easy peasy. Nope, doesn't come back. I didn't think it would. Oh, that knockback almost knocked me off there. Not going to waste any weapons since I've got one more life. I'll just learn this attack pattern. Yeah, I think I got this. Also got to mine those spikes up there. The rain gimmick was from Mega Man 4. Oh yeah, Toadman stage. Yeah, I remember that. There we go. Didn't get quick draw though, but that was easy. Thankfully we don't have to do that level again. I like how Mega Man almost fucking hits his head on those spikes. Yeah, I won! Ouch. Tornado blow. No comment. I think I still have my Nintendo Wii that has like the original Mega Man 9 save file and stuff on it, and the DLC and crap. Auto. I've upgraded Rush to help you out. Yeah, stop. Mega Man, stop this crazy thing. I'll try to slow him down a bit. Actually, no, can I have just a super fast version of that, please? That would be awesome. I believe this is the next one. If this is the correct one, then I know the rest of the chain. Oh yeah, I like this song. This is a good one. Oh yeah, you can't fucking hit them from now. But you can jump over them. I don't know why, but this song reminds me a little bit of... what do you call it? Fireman's level from the first game. Oh yeah, here's something cool you can do. In fact, there's two cool things. You can use the concrete to freeze that, so it doesn't damage you. But here's another cool thing, right? That beam is insta-death, right? But what happens if we go very, very close to it? Like, a pixel close to it? Let me... Do you see that? Do you see how that magma beam is just singeing the very edge of his body armor? Like, I think that's a really cool little Easter egg. Again, sound effects are super loud in this game. Just some sound effects. But I do love how that, like, just sort of barely scrapes his armor there, and you can see, like, a little bit of the particles just sort of scraping off. Oh yeah, I think I know the best thing to do with this. Crap. I had a little bit more health there. See, I remember most of the tricks in this game. The lava flows look like instant kill lasers. They actually do instantly kill you. I think that's the idea, it's just to warn you that that will kill you if you touch it. But Jesus Christ, is that sound effect obnoxiously loud? Like, it's even louder than the Quickman beam. There we go. Checkpoint. That's also another case where there's no checkpoint up to that point, so if you die you go all the way back to the start of the level, which is a little bit annoying. Nope, screw that then. Do you think that's enough? You think there's enough fucking death beam sound effects? Not gonna go for that, not worth it. Fuck! I didn't know if that was gonna kill me or not. I was trying to get Rush Coil down there, but he didn't land where he was supposed to be. And if I tried to get Rush Coil, like, if I tried to do this Rush Coil a second time, it would have disappeared. So it was just a case of, did I go for it or not? So I wasn't entirely sure if that lava kills you or not. Like, it's not super clear. Nice. I forgot you can cover some enemies with it. Right, here we go, time for the room with like 5, 6 or 7 of these things. Five of them. Yeah, I'm surprised that for this collection they haven't like changed the sound mixing to reduce the volume of those. I don't remember if the Wii version is the same, it probably is. Well, it's been a long time since I played the Wii version. Well, finally we got there. Tornado Blow. Again, no comment on that name. Oh yeah, this is one of the few robot masters where your weapon runs out before the robot himself. But you can still just finish him off quickly. Yeah, like you can freeze the fire pillars in Fireman stage, in Mega Man 1, using the ice beam. It's very useful. Magma Bazooka. Also, recall that this was one of the few weapons you can charge. So it's kind of like Heat Man, you can hold down the fire button and you can do like a really big attack. But it takes up a lot of weapon resource. Right down to the last two, Hornet Man's next. And then finally Splash Woman. This I know for a fact is the correct order, so I got all of them right. Not bad, considering I've not played this for maybe 5-6 years. Love this song. Gonna try my best not to like sort of sing along because I know that's a little bit annoying. But sometimes I just can't help myself. So this was the level I played, like I said this earlier, this was the level I played for the first time when I first played this game. Here it wasn't an E-Tank, it was a screwdriver. See, I was thinking you had to use the rush coil, but I was very stupid and I didn't see the spikes, so I hit the spikes instead of getting up there safely. I think I still have that old footage, like from 2008. So I'm gonna have to see if I can find that. Not tonight, I mean like at another time I guess. Oh yeah, this gimmick. Crap. Well, I've got no option now, have I? Fuck. There we go. I think that's a checkpoint. Those scissor enemies remind you of the Mega Man 3 enemies. Yeah, it kinda does look like that. Like the bolt things that come together. Also, I always noticed that there was a weird hit. Like, there's a weird hit collision detection, whatever you want to call it. See that? Like, I land on top of it and it just pushes me off. Like that. Like that. Fuck. It's kind of difficult to avoid that. At least we got the checkpoint. We should be fine. Give me some of that cactus juice. Ooh. Don't care if I take the hit, I just want the extra life. damn it. I was trying to make sure that robot didn't respawn, but I guess it goes just far enough to respawn it. I don't think it's that big a deal anyway. Oh, there we go. It's just looking for magma. Almost fucked that up royally. Survivor challenge completed. Guess because I had 1 HP left. I thought that charge was like going to be like 3 stages like Heatman's, but it's just like 1 charging stage and then you can fire. Because with Heatman you've got to wait for it to like blink slow and then medium and then fast and then you get like the most powerful shot. But in this one you just wait for it to like blink and then you just unleash. So Hornet Chase is going to be really useful toward the end of the game. And then finally Splash Woman. The very first female robot master. No, it's not that way. There is something funny that happens when he hits you with Yank. As he changes your colour palettes, they're just like covered in oil. You'd think, oh, it just changes the colour of Mega Man, but it actually changes the entire blue colour palette, so all blue items turn into black, which is a really... fuck. It's a really neat little touch that sort of harkens back to what NES games did. Yeah, it's the first, but it's also the only. Yep, this is the last stage before Dr. Wowie. There we go. It's a shame I wasn't still covered in ink there. You would have seen that extra life would have been like black. Gonna go for this. No, okay then. I mean, it doesn't really affect you, it just changes your colour for a while. Not sure how long it lasts, like maybe a couple minutes. Also, I'm pretty sure this gimmick is in a previous Mega Man game, like maybe 4 or 5. Hi, America. Oh. Now here comes the tricky part. Got to go over here because I know that there's going to be a dead end up that way. Oh, there's a screw. Right, okay, I didn't remember that, right. I mean, I was going this way anyway. Best not to make 2 trips. Actually... oh, never mind. I was going to use the rush jet since I now have it, but it's too late. 5 wave man. Damn. Did I start back here or did I go way back? Start back at the water. Originally Splash Woman was supposed to be male. I guess that makes sense, like early in development. No, like, you know what, let's actually make our first female one, let's make it a female. Can I get the rush jet from... Yeah, I can use rush jet here. I wasn't sure if the ceiling was too low there, but that works. Oh, was Hornet supposed to be the female? No, okay then, that's an interesting early decision before they changed it. I'm kind of glad that they didn't go ahead with that. Could I use this to bypass this entire part? Not really. Well, that was time wasted. There. Oh, it's not done yet? Fuck. Oh, I see what's going on here. This is going to be tricky. Jesus Christ, that's very precise platforming. Right there. Look at the concept art. I wonder if the concept art in this game has like the original female version of Hornet Man. Gonna have to check that out. In fact, you know what? While we're playing this, and since we can save there, why don't we very quickly check that, and then we can go straight back to that checkpoint there. The museum. We've seen all the robot masters now, so we're not really spoiling anything at this point. Wait a minute, is that it? Wow, you're actually right. How did I zoom in? That's weird. I didn't actually know that. Such a weird character choice. So I'm guessing that the concept sketch for the male version of Splash, like Splash Man, is here. Yeah, I'm guessing that's Splash Man. That's fascinating. I actually didn't know that was a thing. There's another piece of concept art for Splash Man. And there's another piece for her. So I guess that's it. There's alternative sketches as well for when Hornet becomes Hornet Man. That's what I love about concept sketches, it shows you like stuff that didn't quite make the cut, but was nearly there. Anyway, enough of that, let's go straight back into 9. I love how easy it is to get back into the game, because watch this, load checkpoint save. And there we go, we're back here again. Speaking of Hornet and women, Nice. So I think Legacy mode actually turns the sprite flickering on, so I'm going to have to turn that off. Also, look, it's bad box art Mega Man. At least that's the colour scheme for it, because that's kind of what it looks like. Right, we've got all the weapons now. Now for the next part of the story. Also, this is the memory circuit board. You can play back his memory. Nope, that was actually from a woman. They didn't fix that. We can play back her memory to see why she went crazy. I'll put it on the screen. So here's an interesting little thing. So this cutscene, you see Dr. Wily and you see the other Robot Masters. There's actually meant to be 8 Robot Masters in this picture, but they get rid of the one who you most recently defeated, because it's meant to be from their perspective. So we don't see Splash Woman because we just beat her and we got her memory chip. So you're supposed to see this from her perspective. It's kind of a neat idea, like I like that. So you see all the other 7 there, like vaguely. Robot. So what are you trying to say? I'm saying you're all going to end up in the junkyard. Of course, when we're done with our work, that's what happens. It's not just you, millions of robots all over the world are winding up as piles of junk. You work hard for humans, and then you're destroyed when you're no longer needed. Doesn't that make you angry? ... Just because you reach some arbitrary expiration date doesn't mean you should be scrapped. You're all still quite useful. You have a right to live. I'm going to help you together to show the world how useful you can still be. Perhaps you're right. We still want to be of use to people. Can you repair us? Dr. Wily, I'd be glad to. You're in good hands with me. As bad as the voice acting is in Mega Man 8, I actually kind of liked Wily's voice in that. Like, it wasn't amazing, but it sounded like he was at least trying to be like this sort of cartoony, villainy voice. But I actually like the powered up voice far better. Like, I think that's a really good cartoony villain voice for Wily. I don't know who did the voice for powered up's Wily, but it would be cool to hear that again in a future game, if they make a future game. It was Wily all along. Surprise! Oh, he's stealing the evidence. Okay, oh well. Easy come, easy go. Right, so before we go to the final stage, let's buy some junk. It can only be used once. Alright, okay, I thought that was like a permanent upgrade. No. If it was permanent, I would have bought that there, but nah. This is a guard power-up. When you use it, you'll take half the usual damage for that stage. First things first. This is a mystery tank. It will completely restore your energy weapon and your energy levels. It also has some other effects, but I don't know about. Sure. Oops, didn't mean to select that. Nope. I think that's enough E-tanks. And then we'll just buy 2 lives. So like Mega Man 7, it's good to sort of... I always press A too much. There we go. So like Mega Man 7, it's useful to like stockpiling lives and E-tanks for the final section. Is Beat necessary? I think he rescues you from a pitfall. I think that's like the only thing he does. But I don't normally buy him. Right, here we go, time for the final set of stages. It's time to take on Dr. Wowie! Isn't this the Mega Man 2 version of that introduction song? Also, this is a pretty good Wily Castle 1 level. Not level, the song I mean. The level's also good. I meant the tune. Spike protection is helpful, but it can only be used once, which kinda reduces the helpfulness by quite a bit. Fuck. I'm trying to get rid of everything now. There we go. Also, I like how the sky gets darker the higher you get. That's like another... I'm pretty sure the NES can also do something like that, but it's a nice little graphical touch. Oh, we've reached 9 lives, cool. Don't even need to use that. Oh yeah, the Thunderbolt effect as well. That's another thing. Can we hit him from... Oh, fuck. I was gonna say, can we hit him from behind and not have to, like, get rid of the shield? Just in case he drops. No, that was not worth it. Yeah, I remember that weakness. Also check this out. Don't really need to do that because we got full lives, but it's nice to watch that happen. Actually, I'm gonna grind so that I can refill that black hole. Which doesn't sound right, but okay. Also need to fill the tornado. So this game goes back to the format with the weapons where they like carry over to the next stage, like with how many you've got left. Like Mega Man 8 sort of threw that out the window and just made it so you could get all your energy back. Mega Man 7 was like that as well. So I just want to make sure I have a decent amount going into the next level. I think that will do for now. It doesn't need to be completely full, just most of the way. Shit. I know there's a trick there to getting past that really quickly, but I messed up. I'm going to try that one more time because I don't want to waste too many lives at this point. Oh, there we go. Nice. Yep, that's the quick skip. And we don't really need to get that, do we? I mean, we've got quite a few already. I don't think the chaser can pick that up. Nope. I've got 6 E-tanks and 1 M-tank. I think that's going to be fine. No, there. I don't remember what the first boss is. I'm going to see it first and then I'll pick the weakness. Oh yeah, the Buster is the best one for this, ironically. Thank goodness for the turbo button. Yeah, I'm not using turbo. I'm just spamming. I'm just going to tank the damage. There we go. One more. I can feel the strength of my arm now because of that. But I think I'm fine. Do you know what the fucking cheapest wasp boss in Mega Man ever is? Like, a really badly designed cheap boss. The one in Mega Man 2 where you have to use the crash bombs to destroy, like, the turrets. Like, that's just, like... it's really badly designed, because if you fuck up, then there's no beating it. Like, it's just the worst. Also, I think this might be my favourite Wily Castle song. You can go for that extra life. Yeah, screw that. Actually, I'm going to do that again just so I can see which ones got replaced there. Right, okay. I need to worry about the last 2 tiles at the top, that's fine. Shit. I hate how you can't quite judge that sometimes, like trying to land in the middle there. There we go. That's not a difficult one. Just make sure I do a bunny hop to avoid it getting hit. And for this one, we can just say fuck it. Can you tell I played Mega Man 9 before? Again, it's been quite a number of years since I last played it, but I do remember a lot of the solutions and ways around things, especially during the Wily Castle parts. Yeah, I'm gonna have to refill this now. Why not? Let's be oily for the rest of the level. Or for a little bit of it. Got a feeling there's an E-tank down that way. Even the E-tank has been affected. I'm not gonna risk. I'm not gonna risk it. Again, I've got 6 E-tanks. I think I'll be fine with that. The game that made you rage to no end. It's not an easy game. Also, again, I love how all the bullet items turn black to fit with the colour palette. Oh yeah, that's right, it's Trident that destroys that. Refill some of that blow. Like, that's literally what it's called Tornado Blow. Tornado holds! Also a pretty generous amount of weapon ammo for this as well. Actually... Oh, never mind. Kind of difficult to hit both of them. Also, I hate this part, because I tend to find myself hitting myself off the ceiling there when I try to jump. I think there's a way to negate that, or just work around it. Oh, never mind. Fuck. I was trying to find a way to use the rush jet to sort of avoid that, because about half the time I get killed trying to jump there anyway because of how low that ceiling is. I'm not a fan of that part. I've had no problems with Wily Castle for the most part up to this point, and then that's like one of the parts that does kill me. Quite a few times. Wily Stage 3. Oh yeah, that's the one with like the gravity, isn't it? The anti-grav. Oh yeah, that will fucking kill me if I do that. Oh, wait a second. That kinda works. Like, that to me is just like the worst part of that stage. Hang on a second, backtrack there. Stop! Okay, good. There we go. Again, this is me playing this like for the first time in quite a few years, maybe like 4 or 5 years since I last played this game. So all things considered, I'm actually not doing too bad. I'm not the best at the game, but I've definitely, like, my experience for this game shows more than any other Mega Man game that I've been streaming up to this point. Like, maybe Mega Man 1, but even then I was struggling. I didn't know you could jump under... I didn't know you could walk under that when it was doing a small jump. Doesn't fucking work with the big eye. Let me see what the boss is again, before I pick the weakness. Don't tell me the weaknesses. I always like figuring them out. Oh yeah, this thing. This has got like multiple parts to it, I think. I might have to use an E-tank on this boss. I believe the next one is Magma Bazooka. And then the final part. There we go. Didn't need to use an E-tank after all. Muscle memory in this game is really strong. Like, I've remembered all 3 weaknesses. At least I think that's the weaknesses. I mean, they did more than 1 HP damage. Right, final... well, not final stage, but like the final one before we get to the skull on the map. So this is Wily's Castle 3. So this gimmick is interesting. Check this out. You have to use the momentum of your shots to guide you in anti-gravity. Admittedly, this is kinda cool, but also kinda difficult. Like, 1 bullet increases your speed by 1 pixel, and 1 bullet the other way increases or decreases. Also, I recall there being an enemy that really dicks you with you in this level. I'm not going to say what, I'm just going to wait till we get there because I think I know where it is. I think it's like right at the end of the level as well. You'll see it. I'm going to need to refill the Hornet. There we go, there's a spot I can refill. can just tank that because the health's right there. As interesting of a concept as this is, like, something that people are not used to, I don't think is that difficult, really. Now you see? Yeah, there it is. Fucking fake extra lives. That one's real, though. Ah, fuck. That doesn't even make any physical sense. How does hitting me in the back when I'm facing away from it pull me backwards? Like, projectiles hit you from the right side, it should push you to the left, not the other way around. Yeah, it sucks that there's no sliding in this, at least not for Mega Man anyway. My Mega Man. Nah, I should have picked... I could have used that. I could have bought that, instead of having to... sorry, I could have not bought that, and you picked the M up there. I forgot there was an M-tack inside Wily's castle. Oh well. I'll start filling up the trident next. And then the rush. Yeah, Proto Man has it, but it's like a separate mode. But damn it. This part's kinda tricky. There we go. And then they put an extra life like there to make you think, oh, there's an extra life. But it's a trap, and it fucking knocks you off. The first time I played this, that actually did get me. Sneaky bastard. Oh yeah, here comes the boss. I know what the weakness is, but I'm not going to use it yet, obviously, because I'm like low on health. I think I'd rather sacrifice a life and not waste an E-tank. Saving the E-tanks for the refights and Wily himself. Plus I can learn the movement patterns while I'm doing this. It's kind of like a different, like, it's still like a different incarnation of Yellow Devil. But you have to hit the eyeball. Yeah, I think the first time playing this, it took me quite a few lives before I could learn the movement pattern to consistently do it without getting hit. Yeah, I believe the weakness is Black Hole Bomb. It's annoying as well, because you only get like a small frame to do it. Yeah, I'm cheating just a little bit, so what? I would rather get 2 hits in due to how long that takes. Right, here we go, round 2. Fuck. I was hoping to do that without getting hit once. Oh, come on. I just completely lost that there. Oh well, that's fine. I've still got this. Here it comes, and dead. Could have totally did that without getting hit there. Nonetheless, at least I managed to beat it, like, after using up 1 life. Oh yeah, this is also a pretty good song. Wily Castle 4. Shit. I don't think I need more than that. A little bit more there, and guess H chase her. Again, I've got an M-tank anyway, so if I really need to, I could use that. Kinda saving that for Wily himself. Yep. Right, here we go. Here comes the refights. Galaxy Man? Yep, Galaxy Man. Shit. Yeah, I should have got a little bit more concrete. Or placed my shots better. It's kind of difficult to place your shots because you need to be sort of jumping to sort of hit them without it hitting the ground. Because it likes going a downward arc. No, that's Joe Man, I think. Plug Man, sorry. Although Joe Man is the weakness. Fuck. I think you can still get the quick draw achievements here, like if you can beat them quick enough. Hornet Man? Nope, Concrete Man. I'm so used to using the Mega Buster against him. It's funny that I'm doing way worse now than I was earlier in the game. There we go. That was a terrible fight. This is obviously Splash Woman. Ah! Also, the Wily fight is right after these refights. You don't get like any more energy or anything like that, like weapon energy. So it's quite a bit of a gauntlet, this. That went far better. Not sure which one this one's. It's him. Let's hope I have enough black hole for this. There we go. That's what I was trying to do the first time. The Blue Bomber challenge completed. Quick Draw J. Yeah, you can still get quick draws during this refight segment. To be left. Oh, it's Hornet Man. It's kind of sad that I can tell most of the bosses just by the shape of the boss room. Oh right, there it is. Perfect fight. Possibly this one? Nope, not this one. So I think I'll be able to beat the game just fine. I've got plenty of E-tanks. Also, they placed more spikes in this room than they did in the actual boss room. Like there's like 4 extra spikes up there that weren't there originally, so that's weird. Right, here we go. Wily time. still remember the trick to this. Damn. But see if I really put time into this, I could fucking speedrun this game, seriously. Like, 'cause I know that... I kinda know exactly where you have to hit it so that it bounces and goes hitting his chin. Damn. Well, I'm gonna go use that up. Nice. So I guess this is the one part where I don't remember. Oh, it was it's fire. Okay. Yeah, watch out for those Yoshi eggs. And now for Wily Capsule 9. Right, so I don't remember the weakness here, but I'll find it. Right, it's that one. I mean, second guess is not bad. Fuck. Just for dramatic effect, let's just fucking fill all the weapons. Max power. Max power! He's a man whose name you'd love to touch, but you must not touch. Oh, hang on. There we go. Quick draw X, nice. Give me that. Also check that out, there's an 8-bit bass up there. Ah, please forgive me! Oh, like this ending, this is a good ending. Ah, please forgive me! I want you to see something, Wily. This is where you first went wrong. Then this time. And then this time. And this time, and this time, and this time, and this time. And that's Mega Man and Bass, I think. And this time. And then that's 8. And this time. Or, sorry, it was 7, it was 8 and then it was Mega Man and Bass, sorry, I think. Oh, you beat me again, Mega Man. I should tell you, there's something I was hiding from you. What is it? Dr. Light was taken away by the police, was he not? That wasn't a real officer, it was a fake police robot that I created. Dr. Light is in the next room, he fell ill. So he's sleeping right now. You have to hurry up and get him to the hospital. This way. Oh, there's the robot policeman. Dr. Light. You're a fool, Mega Man, it's a trap. That's the Dr. Light robot that Wily used to make that fake video. It may be, but if that's the real Dr. Light, then I have to help him. Naive as always. Do what you want then. And sure enough, it's fake. So long, Mega Man. You will be destroyed along with this castle. I'm glad that wasn't Dr. White, but that poor robot. Also, that's a really fucking loud sound effect. Looks like you need my help, again. Mega Man has once again put a stop to Dr. Wily's evil plans. Dr. Light found to be innocent of all wrongdoing and was able to return to his laboratory. The future holds the promise of peace for the people of Earth. Dr. Wily, however, was nowhere to be found. And that's it, that's Mega Man 9. Proto Man is tired of Mega Man shit, yep. I'm getting used to reading a text like that, but I'm hoping I can get that fixed. So yeah, I still think this is like one of the best games. This, 10 and 3 kind of stick out as like the best for me personally. But most of the games are all fantastic. I think 10 might even be a little bit better than this. I don't quite remember how it stacks up, but I do remember really enjoying that one also. So we will be doing that next time. I'm not going to end the stream just yet, we've still got a little bit more we can do. I'm going to be doing some extras, I'm going to show you the DLC bonus level, and then I'll do some of the Legacy Collection challenges, and then I'm going to end the stream after that, so maybe stream for like another hour or so, and then that's it. Nine is your favourite, but you have a soft spot for 1. Or if 9 is possibly your favourite, sorry. I love Mega Man 1 because I grew up with that game. Like, that was the only Mega Man game I had when I was young. Like, I played that on NES endlessly. Like, I'm more familiar with Mega Man 1 than I'm with most of the games. There's Splash Woman. I also like the little portraits you get to see, like what they do afterwards. No comment. Oh, there's that fake extra life. Didn't know it was a Capcom store. So just like how that fucking grocery bag, shopping bag, just blatantly says Capcom on the front. So let's see what Galaxy Man is up to. Like what he's been doing. Oh, right, he just flies. And I think this is Concrete Man. Yep. Might as well call him Gutsman version 2.0 because that's pretty much what he is, except he doesn't throw boulders. Oh, there you go, he's giving Wily some comeuppance. What was his name again? Tornado Man or something? And that's it. Yeah, I agree with that, Sean, sorry. I do agree that Wild 2 is a fantastic game, it is just a little bit overrated. It's not a bad game, I just think people give it a little bit too much credit. I think 3 definitely does more for the Mega Man series than 2. Waltz has been completed, I think that's just for beating the game. But I might have gotten, like if there's another time, like beating it within like a couple hours, I might guess that. Tango has been completed. Mr. Trigger Happy has been completed. Womp Wily. Well, I was not actually that far off from an hour. Like, with a little bit of practice, I could probably get that one.